Now we have to find out the central tendency, as I said, by three ways, that is mean, median and mode. And the first one that we shall pick up is the mean, and in all the three we shall be finding out through three kinds, and that is the individual series, the discrete series and the continuous series. The first of its kind, the individual series of the mean. The individual, as the word is suggesting, the frequency which occurs is only once, and thus it is an individual series. For example, there are 5 students in a class. So, the number of observations are 5 and the marks secured by them are: the first student gets 5 marks, the second student gets 6 marks, the third student gets 7 marks, the fourth student gets 8 marks and the fifth student gets 9 marks. And thus, when I add to all this, 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 will give me 35. And thus, to find out the average of these 5 students, the formula that shall be applied is sigma x upon n. And thus, the number of marks or the total marks obtained by the students are 35 and the students are 5, and thus the marks obtained average are 7 by these 5 students. So, this is the first method of observation, or rather finding out mean of the individual series. Now, let me talk about the second one, that is the discrete series. In the discrete series, it is not individual who is getting the marks, but there are more than one students getting those marks, or the number of laborers getting that kind of salary. So, the frequency which shall occur will be more than once. Here only one student was getting 5 marks, the second student was getting 6 marks, but here the number of students shall be more obtaining the marks. Now, for example, if the marks are 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50, the number of students obtaining these marks, as I said, are more than 1. The marks obtained 10 are by 4 students and 20 marks are gained by 5 students, 30 marks are gained by 3 students, 40 marks are gained by 2 students and 50 marks by 5 students. Which means I will have to find out as to what is the total sum of this. Here, if this is frequency, then the frequency that I have, the sigma f that I have is 19. That is 19 times it has occurred. But now I shall be finding out the sigma fx, and which shall be calculated by multiplying the marks by the frequency. That is 10 into 4 gives me 40, 20 into 5 gives me 100, 30 into 3 will give me 90, 40 into 2 will give me 80 and 50 into 5 will give me 250. So, when I add to this 40 plus 100 plus 90 plus 80 plus 250 will give me 560. So, what I have is the total sum of the frequencies, that is sigma f, which is 19, and I have the sigma fx, which is 560. These are the total marks which have been obtained by all these students, that is the 19 ones. Now, the formula applied is x bar is equal to sigma fx upon sigma x. Sigma fx is 560 and this is 19, which will give me 29.47 as the average marks obtained by the 19 students. If you make the comparison between the individual series and the discrete series, remember what you have to understand is here the marks obtained are by individual students, But here that same marks are obtained by more than one student. So thus we will have to calculate both the frequencies which have existed and the total sum of the marks which have been gained by them, and thus calculating by sigma fx upon sigma x will give me 560 upon 90, that is 29.47. Now let me talk of the third kind of mode, and that is in the mean that we have is what we call as the continuous series. In this we do not have the exact marks to code by the students, but we have them in range, and here the series which we have picked up is of 10. So here it is the class interval of 10 between 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40 and 40 to 50. So in this range the number of students who have got the marks. From range 0 to 10 the number of students who have secured marks are 20. So the frequency is 20 of the first. Between 10 to 20 it is 24, between 20 to 30 it is 40, between 30 to 40 it is 36, and between 40 to 50 it is 20. Now I will find out the mid value of this. To find out the mid value, between 0 to 10 will be 5, 10 to 20 is 15, 20 to 30 is 25, 30 to 40 is 35, 40 to 50 is 45. And next I will find out the sigma fm, which means I am going to multiply the frequencies with the mid value. 20 into 5 will give me 100, 24 into 15 will give me 360, 40 into 25 will give me 1000, 36 into 35 will give me 1260, 20 into 45 will give me 900. Now first of all I will find out the sigma f, which is 20 plus 24 plus 40 plus 36 plus 20 giving me 140. Next is to find out the sigma fm, and for this it is 100 plus 360 plus 1000 plus 1260 plus 900 giving me 3620. And thus the sigma x we have, and we have the sigma ff, and for this we need to find out the x bar. And to find out the x bar, the formula that we shall apply is sigma fm upon sigma f. Sigma fm that I have is 3620 and sigma f is 140, which means when I divide this it will give me 25.86. Now you must remember that you now know to find out mean through three kinds, and that is individual, discrete, and the third is the continuous. The difference is in individuals it is one student getting that marks, in discrete there are frequencies which are occurring, in the continuous series though the frequencies also exist, but the major part is that the marks obtained are in a range, are in class interval. They do not have the exact marks scored by the students.